Hello, epic viewers. Prepare to bask in unprecedented glory, because today I'm going to elucidate how the Earth can easily feed at least 700 billion people without increasing vertical farming facilities nor increasing arable land supply. So how is this possible, you may ask? Well, at the current rate of production, at least 80 to 90% of all food is discarded, is decimated, is sullies, it gets marred, it becomes tainted, and it spoils. So even if we increase the population to 35 billion, we can feed those people with relative ease. So just bear in mind that at least 80 to 90% of all food gets wasted, is relegated to the landfills. So how do we jump from 35 billion to 350 billion? How do we increase the amount of people that we can feed tenfold beyond the aforementioned? Well, it's easily possible. Everyone will need to switch to eating fruits and vegetables, which is a plant-based diet. Now, it takes 10 pounds of plant protein to produce 1 pound of animal protein. So you can see it's highly inefficacious to produce animal products as opposed to producing produce. So bear that in mind. Remember that number. It should be indelible. It should be ingrained in your mind. Remember, anytime you eat 1 pound of an animal, of a carcass that's rotted, tainted, and chock full of carcinogens, neurotoxins, endocrine disruptors, and noxious chemicals, you're foregoing the opportunity to eat 10 pounds of plant-based protein. It took 10 pounds of whole grains, of fruits and vegetables, to churn out that 1 pound of that rotted carcass from an animal source. So how do we jump? How do we make the leap from 350 billion to 700 billion? How do we meet that threshold? Well, everyone will need to fast, just like I do. I eat 3 to 4 days in a row. I eat 5,000 to 10,000 calories of just fruits and vegetables within a 3 to 4 day time window, and then I fast for 3 to 4 days in a row. So you do not need to eat in perpetuity. You need to eat every week. It's imperative, it's salient. But you don't need to eat every day. You don't need to eat on a daily basis. But if you are going to fast, then you need to, I should say you need to, chug down those calories on your eating days, because your body's going to, undergo starvation for a prolonged period of time. So just make sure you're getting enough calories is pivotal. But, I apologize for digressing. What I wanted to say was, let me just recapitulate all this so you could more easily assimilate what I'm saying. In a nutshell, everyone will need to switch to a plant-based diet, only eat fruits and vegetables, and fast for 3 to 4 days in a row per week. And that's how you can easily feed 700 billion people without ramping up vertical farming facilities nor expanding upon arable land supplies. So I hope that you found the video to be intriguing and enthralling. But let me just give you the rundown. Let me just give you the breakdown one final time so that this knowledge can be embedded within your mind. Right now, at least 80 to 90% of all food is wasted, is relegated to the landfills, it sullies, it becomes marred, it spoils, people are not eating it. So that's a missed opportunity, that's a forgotten opportunity right there. So we can feed 5 times more people. So now we're up to 35 billion. Now if everyone switched to plant-based diet, if everyone were fruitarian, then we can feed 350 billion people. Why, you may ask? Well, the explanation behind this is that it takes 10 pounds of plant-based protein to produce 1 pound of animal protein. So if we didn't produce that animal protein, we can easily feed 10 times more people. So now we're up to now we're up from 35 billion to 350 billion. And how do we jump from 350 billion to 700 billion? People will need to essentially cut back on eating by eating 3 to 4 days per week and fasting 3 to 4 days per week. It's definitely possible, it's feasible, it's viable. I do it, and my vitals are all impeccable. The only, I guess you could say, the only issue is that it's arduous, it's cumbersome, and it's onerous. But is definitely manageable, is sustainable, and if you're self-disciplined enough, it can be achieved. So will this ever be achieved? Will this lifestyle be pursued by the masses? Of course not. People are not self-disciplined. People are obdurate, ignorant, stubborn, obstinate, and reluctant to try anything new that is arduous and cumbersome. But if everyone were self-disciplined and were to eat a fruitarian diet and fast 3 to 4 days per week, then the Earth can easily feed at least 700 billion people without building more vertical farming facilities, nor without ramping up the arable land supplies. So it is what it is. I hope that you found this video to be fascinating and insightful. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.